If you're somebody who struggles to get off the tee box every time, this week's video is going to help you out. Hey guys, Christopher Howard here. So on a daily basis, golfers come to me and tell me they can't get off the tee box to save their life. Whether it's a big slice, big pull, pop-ups, no distance, I've seen it all. But I'm going to give you guys some of the best tips that I have to help you consistently learn how to get off the tee box, hit the ball farther, and have more fun playing golf. If you're enjoying these videos, I have a big favor to ask. Please hit the like button on this, drop a comment down below, and definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to come back and see more. We're building a community here, and I really appreciate everyone's support in watching all these videos. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. The first thing we need to do is know how to set up to the golf ball. I need my setup to promote an upward angle of attack. We really need to make sure that we are always hitting up with our driver. The first thing I'm gonna do when I tee up my ball is I'm gonna make sure it's teed up high. Now I want that golf ball to be halfway above the top of the driver, maybe even 3/4 of the ball above the driver. When I set up to it with my stance, I need that ball position to be way up, okay? I don't want it to be off the inside heel of the foot like you hear a lot. I like to get it more off the ball of the lead foot. That's gonna promote that upwards angle of attack. When I do that, it's going to create body tilts in my body that are going to help assist me getting that ball up. So make sure you tee the ball up higher than you normally do, and make sure you push that ball up in your stance. When you do that, you will get in here and have tilt in your shoulder. Okay? That's gonna put you in a position where the head gets behind the golf ball. That's gonna be super critical to ensuring that we're hitting up on the golf ball later on as we work through our swing. But during setup, we wanna make sure everything is aligned to give us the elements that we need to hit up. Now into the backswing, we're gonna keep moving on with the theme of hitting up onto a golf ball, right? But we're also going to create major load factors. I want my players to get in here and really turn their chest. So if we look at the down the line view, you're gonna notice my whole chest is pointing back away from the target. That is a full load. Now I'm doing that for several reasons. First of all, I wanna promote hitting up on it. Second of all, the bigger the load, the more my hands are gonna work out to the golf ball. So many golfers struggle with getting the driver going that way, holding on, opening the face, and hitting the big weak slice. If you get yourself in a position where you're getting a load, the hands will work more out, and that's gonna get the shaft falling more behind the hands. So it'll put you in a position where you can really launch up and out on a golf ball through impact versus cutting across it. Now, when I get that big load, I'm gonna feel all of my pressure transfers into the inside heel of the trail foot. I'm gonna really grip into the ground, and I'm gonna get ready to rock in my backswing. That loading is gonna start the process where I create a lot of ground reaction forces up out of the ground, and I can engage in the downswing, which is gonna be super critical to creating all the speed that I need through impact. Now, when I get up to the top of the backswing, I'm gonna start setting up my transition. Now, my head's a big key here, okay? I wanna feel at the top of my backswing, I'm looking at the back of the golf ball. I could put the logo facing away from my target, and when I get to the top, if I'm sitting here reading it, that's gonna make sure that I get that big load and I get my head up to the top behind the golf ball and prime myself for that downswing to hit up. One of the biggest issues I see from players in the downswing is they start driving their upper body towards the target. If I get in here and I start going this way, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. That's gonna promote a big slice. That's gonna make it so I'm hitting more down on the driver. You see pop-ups all the time. It's not because the ball was teed too high, it's because of what the player's doing. And generally in that sense, it's because the player's driving their chest towards their target early, and they can't do anything but swipe underneath it. So when I get up to the top, I wanna make sure that my first feeling is moving down in transition and staying behind it. I'm rotating my chest, I'm opening up. Even if I get my hip bumping forward a little bit, I want to keep my chest staying behind the golf ball, which will allow me to keep working around and eventually get up and out every time I swing. Now, one of the keys to being able to do that, if you remember in our backswing, we got our head looking at the logo on the back of the golf ball. When I get up to the top and I sit down, I should still be able to read the logo on the back of the ball, just like I did at the top of the backswing. That's gonna be your first move into the ground when I transition. Now, one of the big keys to creating that distance is when I work into impact, I'm going to feel as though my arms are tight to my chest. And from this position, when I'm launching everything up and back, I want to feel as though my arms spring off my chest through impact. I am really creating an angular force between my body and my arms into that golf ball. I want to make sure my lead shoulder's pushing up and back, my arms are throwing out hard, and I'm putting myself in a position where I can truly take advantage of all the forces and torques that I've stored up from the top of the backswing on down to the golf ball. Just before my arms jump off my body, I want to feel like I am pushing hard out of the ground. I want to feel that there's a big upwards force out of my feet in impact. So after I go up and sit down, still looking at the back of the golf ball, I'm going to push my lower body up and back out of my lead side, and my right side's going to push towards the target. If I can create that pushing and pulling motion in my body, that's going to promote my chest turning and put me in a position where it's easier to get my hands throwing off towards the target versus just kind of swiping through impact, hitting that big, weak, slicey golf ball. All right, guys, thank you for viewing this video. Just remember, if you really, truly want to take advantage of your driver, get that ball teed up higher. Push it more forward in your stance. When you load, get a big turn. Make sure everything is into that inside heel. And when you're working into impact, look at the back of the golf ball. Read that logo. Make sure you're hitting up, springing out of the ground with your hands just jumping off your chest through impact. If you do all that, I guarantee you, you will hit longer and straighter drives every single time you strike it. Thanks again, guys. Hope to see you next week. Hey guys, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I come out with new content every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thanks a lot, guys.